Welcome to Good Morning Vail for this October 6th Friday edition. I'm your host, Ben Roof. We've got a great show in store for you today. Robbie Whittle's got the sports report, and then we've also got Covered Bridge stopping by for a little bit of a National Pasta Day treat. And then we've got more show for you in the second hour as well. Your Good Morning Vail starts right now.
So many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Let's take a quick look at today's weather here at the TV8 Weather Center. At 8 a.m., we're looking at around 37 degrees. 66 is going to be our high today with winds coming from the west, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Taking a look at that hourly forecast now, we're going to have, again, 8 a.m. around 37 degrees, sunny throughout the day there, noon 56, and then moving towards that high a little bit later in the afternoon, about 62 around 4 p.m., and then cooling off around 8 p.m. there with that low of 52. As we take a look at the I-70 corridor, down in Denver is going to be partly cloudy there at 58 degrees, 66 up in Vail, 67 in Avon, and then 70 in Eagle. Taking a look there overnight, it's going to be mostly clear skies tonight with a little bit of a half crescent moon there with our low of 34 degrees, sunset at 6:42, light and variable winds overnight. As we take a look at the rest of the week now, we're looking at Saturday at 69 degrees, Sunday 68, Monday 67, Tuesday 66, and then we've got some 60% chance of rain showers and a high of 52 there on Wednesday. Now we're going to take a short break, but when we got back, we got Robbie Whittle with the sports report.
Good morning, Vail.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. Robbie Whittle, our sports director, is up next with a great update about both local sports and how the CU Buffs have been doing this year. Take a look.
All right, thanks for joining us. I know all you ski bums are itching to get back out there on the mountain. I am too, and I've got some good news for you. Vail Resorts, among others, have listed some projected opening days for when they believe the mountains will be rideable. Beaver Creek is expected to open around Thanksgiving, while Vail is hoping to be open by the 10th of next month. Breckenridge expected to be open around the same time as Vail, and Crested Butte we should be seeing open come the end of next month. Keystone, as always, looking to welcome everyone as soon as possible, and hopefully could be opening their doors as early as this month, so we have ASAP written there, just in case. Double-checked Copper's website a day ago or so, and they're thinking they'll be up and running by November 13th, so we're just around the corner from a brand new season. For the second time this season, longtime rivals Eagle Valley and Battle Mountain High met on the soccer field, this time in Edwards, and Battle Mountain was looking for the sweep of Eagle Valley in the regular season. The Huskies hosted the Devils in Edwards and were looking for their 11th win of the season. This story is going to start and end with this man right here, Jacob Methvin of the Huskies. He'll put the egg in the corner of the nest to send the Huskies up 1-0 on the rival school. Then moving over to the second half, a penalty kick will set the Huskies up in scoring position. Danny Sanchez taps it to Methvin, who rips it to the right side of the net for the goal. Battle Mountain goes up 2-0, and under a minute to go, the man with the magic slides another one past the keeper for the explanation point. Tarp comes off, and he heads to the student section to celebrate. A 3-goal night for Jacob Methvin. Battle Mountain knocks off Eagle Valley for the regular season sweep, 3-1, and we had to catch up with Methvin after the game. Battle Mountain just picked up their 11th win of the season, knocking off the rival school, Eagle Valley, 3-1. Joining me right now, Jacob Methvin. 3 goals on the game today. Jacob, how did it feel to get this win today?
It felt amazing. It was a good game, and we were working hard the whole time, and it was nice to finish that last goal and have the hat trick and win the game.
Okay, and then coming out of the locker room, at the half, you put up one on that PK. They kind of crawl back in with that other goal. How did you guys just stay focused and ultimately just pull off the win today?
I think we had a good speech at halftime from Cope and Cam, and we just continued to work and push our hardest, and we got it.
Okay, and 2-0 against the Devils this regular season. What does that mean to you and this program to go 2-0 in the regular season against the rival school?
It obviously feels nice to win against the rival school, but I think we need to work toward the playoffs now.
Okay, just kind of that playoff mindset from here on out. We got to talk about that third goal. Tarp comes off, both hands go up in the air. Was that pre-planned, or did that just kind of pop into your head as soon as you scored?
We had talked about it for a couple games if I ever got the opportunity to, and I think today was the perfect opportunity to take it off and show the fans.
That was awesome, man. You had me all riled up there from that celebration too. But last thing I want to hit on, you guys still got a couple games left in the regular season. What's kind of the focus from here on out?
I think work hard at practice and continue to develop and be stronger for playoffs and come win the chip this year.
All right. Anything you want to add?
No, I think that'll be it. Thank you.
All right. Great game.
Thank you.
We'll take a look now at some other scores from around the valley. Vail Mountain School ended their game with Coleridge in a draw, and on Tuesday evening, Glenwood Springs made the trip over to Grand Junction, where they beat Grand Junction High 3-1. After a big win last week over Plateau Valley, Vail Christian football now sits at 3-2 on the season. I went over to Edwards to talk with both coordinators to see what's working on both sides of the ball and what this team needs to do in order to pick up a win against Hayden on the road Friday. Vail Christian School gearing up for a big game this Friday night. Joining me right now, the offensive mind of the Saints, Bob Ingleby. Bob, how are you feeling going into this matchup Friday?
Well, Hayden's always really tough. They got a great program. We've had close games with them last, 5-7 years. So it'll be a hard-fought game.
Okay, and going back to last week, you guys won big over Plateau Valley. Did that kind of give your team the spark they needed after dropping that one a week prior to Front Range Christian?
Well, it was good to play a clean football game from our side. That's probably our first complete game of the year where we didn't make a ton of mistakes and we just played really well. So good to get that loss out of our mouth and play a clean game.
Okay, and 5 games into the season, it's about that point where you realize, what this team is truly made of. What have you seen so far in these 5 to 6 weeks that you've really liked from your offense?
We're balanced. We can run and pass. We're starting to really figure out who the playmakers are. Some of the young guys are growing up. And probably most important, our offensive line is starting to play really well. We got a really good, deep group of offensive linemen, and they're the guys who make all the difference. And they're starting to play well and gel together. So that's what I'm most excited about, the O-line.
Okay, in another game week, what are you guys focused on in practice this week?
The same thing as almost every week, which is play our football, do the things right, do the little things, take care of ourselves, and see what happens.
Love that answer. And you guys got Hayden coming up on Friday. It's Thursday now, not too far away from game day. But what do you guys need to focus on entering that matchup on the road to walk out of there with a W on the schedule?
We need to focus on what we do best, which is run the football, and then run the football more, and then surprise them with passes.
And if you don't mind me asking, when's the best time to surprise a team with a pass in 8-man football?
Maybe the first play of the game, so we'll do that. No, it's I don't know if there's a best time. I try to get a feel for it when they're creeping up and trying to stop the run, and that's when we throw it.
Okay. And how have you liked your run game so far this year? You guys have been able to put up some heavy yardage in these 5 to 6 weeks, but what do you think really stands about your run game that may be a little different from the opponents you guys match up with?
We're balanced. We have a lot of different guys who can run it. We've got 6 or 7 guys who are all good, and then we've got a few guys who are maybe special, but we're waiting to see if they'll keep doing that. But we're balanced and deeper than we've ever been.
Okay, and kind of back to week 1, I came here and found out that Battle Mountain, 5 of their kids had joined your program. What have you liked from those kids? How have they kind of helped build your team up this season?
It's just, they're a bunch of great kids. They blend right in. They're very hardworking, very respectful, very diligent, tough kids who I don't view them as Battle Mountain kids anymore. I just view them as Vail Christian kids. So they're just really great kids. That's my favorite part about them. They're fine young men.
Awesome. Anything you want to add, Bob?
No.
Awesome. Well, Vail Christian, they got a matchup away at Hayden coming up this Friday at 7 p.m. Maybe go out, show your support for the Saints. We got another interview from the defensive mind of the Saints coming up next. All right, we're back with more coaches' interviews. We got the defensive mind of the Saints, Dan Misnick. So, Coach, what have you liked from your defense this season? You're 5 games in. What's really stood out?
Gotcha. We've graduated quite a few guys over the last few years, and it's fun to see new pieces coming in and seeing how they put together to see how we can put a team together. And I've been really impressed with the physicality of these kids. They come in, they play hard football, and we really take pride in trying to stop the run, and we've been able to do that a few times this year.
Okay, and going back to last week, Plateau Valley, you held them to, I believe, 6 points, 3 points, something along the lines of that. What did you like from your defense beside them just, not giving up points on the board?
Mm-hmm. Again, we focus on the front line. I mean, the D-line played really well. We're getting good penetration, and our linebacker was really filling. We got some younger guys in there later in the game and saw some really positive things out of them as well. Reading the guards, filling the holes that they needed to, and we focused a ton on tackling last week. We wanted to get better at those fundamentals, and I saw a lot of that on the field.
And you guys have so much depth at linebacker this season. You got Jack Pryor and a couple of other guys. Jack, he's such a huge part of this team. He's been here forever. He's a guy that everyone looks up to. What has all that depth at linebacker really opened up for y'all this season?
Man, it's allowed us to put some speed at some other positions, and when you can run a defense and your linebacker and you can trust him to make the tackle, plug the middle of the field, it really opens you up and allows you to get some pressure off the edge.
Okay, and we were just talking with Bob, there's not a lot of passing in 8-man football, let alone high school football. How would you assess your team's ability to stop the run these 5 games in?
Yeah, Lions came out and punched us in the mouth, and it was a really good wake-up call that we've got to play better football. And since then, we focused on those fundamentals. We've worked really hard at tackling in practice, developed some really fun new drills to develop those basic skills that you need to win at any level of football. And you can watch the film and you can see us getting better every game, and that's just the goal as we work towards potentially making a playoff run.
Okay, and Front Range Christian, that was a tough loss on y'all. But, from those losses, you tend to learn more than you do from the wins, I think, because it really makes you humbled and kind of think about the game a little bit more in a different way. What did you guys really take away from that game that you implemented in that game with Plateau Valley the following week? So you pulled off, such a great game on both sides of the ball.
Right. I mean, what we took is kind of, as Bob said, is we need to get better at what we do. Going in, the game plans were similar for both games, but we really focused on the little things, doing your job, whether you're an offensive lineman, whether you're a cornerback, making sure you understand your responsibility and doing your responsibility versus trying to make all the plays yourself. We made a lot of silly mistakes against Front Range, and they capitalized on that. We were able to come and put together a complete game against Plateau Valley, and thankfully come out with a win.
I talk with a lot of head coaches, and they tell me that winning the turnover margin is probably the most crucial part of the game. Would you kind of say it's the same thing with 8-man football?
It's certainly a huge part of the equation. I think that and winning the line of scrimmage. If you can do those two things, protect the ball when you've got it, and then can try to control the line of scrimmage. I mean, those two things are going to predict the winner in just about every football game.
Okay, and let's talk about your defensive line a little bit. How have they been able to explode off the line and get to the quarterback?
Yeah, we've got some seniors that are at those D-end positions, and they've been getting good pressure in there. Will Newman and Christian, who's coming over from Vail Mountain School, actually. And then we try to rotate our D tackles, try to spread the love a little bit. Most teams have the same guys going both ways, offensive line, defensive lines. We try to rotate them out, keep them fresh, and that senior leadership has allowed us to do that.
Okay, and with so many different schools represented on this team, you got Vail Christian, the majority, you got Vail Mountain School, and you got Battle Mountain. How are these kids all gelling together? Are they working well together?
They're working really well together. As Bob said, it doesn't feel like we have 3 different schools coming together. It really feels like one cohesive unit, especially as we work towards, as we've gotten better throughout the year. They're all great kids. Every single one of them out here is good character, hardworking, and since that loss at Front Range, we've really been focused on doing the little things, and it's shown.
Okay, and we got a new week in front of us. Tomorrow, you guys got a matchup with Hayden. They're 2-3 on the season. What do you guys need to do to win this week? Go 1-0.
Like you said, go 1-0. Well, we're focused on going to Hayden. Hayden always puts up a good fight. They come in with a good game plan. They've got some stuff on offense. They're moving the ball. They spread it out, and have lots of motions. And so we've got to be assignment disciplined, especially defensively, and come out again, do our job. Make sure you know your responsibility and do it at full speed.
Gotcha. Anything you want to add, Coach?
No. Go Saints.
Like we talked about, Vail Christian will have a matchup with 2-3 Hayden Friday night on the road at 7 p.m. In the Valley, though, Eagle Valley will be looking for their second win of the season when they play Palisade. Palisade sitting at 1-5 and Eagle Valley 1-4. That kickoff will come at 7 p.m. Glenwood Springs will also host a 7 p.m. game at home against 4-1 Durango. Now shifting gears and looking at some of the volleyball scores from this week. Battle Mountain fell to Palisade Thursday night 3-0, and Vail Mountain School knocked off Hayden at home 3-1.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Fleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. In Think Big, kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
Hey there, I'm Cece with Good Day Vail, and today on our show we have the opportunity to learn about how we can contribute to climate action change. So stay tuned where we can help you learn new ways to recycle and contribute to the benefits of preserving and saving Mother Earth.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your three favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back. Let's take another quick look at the weather before we let Robbie continue with that sports update. Taking a look at this morning, around 8 a.m., we're at about 37 degrees, moving towards a high of 66 towards the later afternoon there, with the winds coming from the west 5 to 10 miles an hour, sunny throughout the day. As we take a look at that hourly forecast there, like I said, sunny throughout the day there. 37 around 8 a.m., 56 around noon, moving to around 62 about 4 p.m., and then starting to cool off there towards the evening, 52 around 8. As we take a look at the I-70 corridor there, we've got in Denver, it's about 58 degrees as our high with a little bit of clouds there, moving up into Vail with a high of 66, 67 in Avon, 70 in Eagle, nice and sunny throughout the Vail Valley there. Taking a look overnight with a low of 34 degrees, clear skies with a little bit of a moon remaining with that sunset at 6:42 p.m. with a little bit of wind, light and variable throughout the night. Taking a look at that weekly forecast there, Saturday we're looking at 69 degrees, 68 on Sunday, 67 on Monday, and then Tuesday we're looking at mostly sunny with a high of 66. And then on Wednesday, we've got some rain showers, about 60% chance, with a high of 52. Now, let's take it back to Robbie Whittle with a little bit more of that TV8 Sports Report.
Back-to-back strong Pac-12 opponents for CU football. They took on Heisman winner Caleb Williams and the USC Trojans, who are 8th ranked in the country, right after taking on Oregon. It was a great matchup. Down 21-0 in the second quarter, Shedeur Sanders locks onto Jimmy Horn, lets it fly, and they'll connect in the end zone for 30 yards to get the Buffs on the board. After the touchdown, Caleb Williams and the Trojans looking to answer on this drive, but he won't see Omarion Cooper, who delivers the smoke to give USC a 3rd and long, which would eventually force a punt. Nevertheless, the Trojans will continue to roll, down 34-7, with the game starting to spiral out of control for the Buffs. Sanders will take off for the end zone, traveling 25 yards to the crib to give his team a spark before the half. Moving over to the second half, now down 41-14, Sanders connects with the freshman Omarion Miller, who turns on the Jets and goes 75 yards to the USC 10-yard line. A penalty will set the Buffs up at the 2-yard line, and on second down, Anthony Hankerson will punch it in. Buffs down 21-41 and begin creeping back into the game. Now down 34-48. Sanders threads this one through a tight window to Jimmy Horn Jr. for the 16-yard touchdown, and the Buffs will bring it within 7. They try the onside kick, but don't get it, and the Trojans escape Boulder unscathed. The second half fight from the Buffs showed resilience, but does the team believe in moral victories?
Say it again?
Do you believe in moral victories? Do you think this was a moral victory?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, then let's move on from there.
Coach Prime was later asked the same question, where sure enough, he answered saying he doesn't believe in moral victories either.
The team I imagine would play 4 solid quarters and be really physical and really tough and definitive and just make our mark and leave an impression on not only the opposing team, but the coaching staff as well as our fan base. That's what we want to do.
Prime not too happy with the outcome, but still proud of his team, he would later go on to say. After that hard-fought battle in the second half with number 8 Southern California, the Trojans will actually drop back a spot. They were a 22-point favorite in this game, but didn't fulfill the order. The Buffs still receiving 1 vote to get back in the top 25, and they'll have a matchup with Arizona State this weekend, who hasn't won a game since week 1. The Buffs, I would say, have a pretty good chance in Phoenix with this matchup. Air Force also listed, receiving 7 votes to break the top 25. They've been lingering there and are sitting at 5-0 on the year with 3 conference wins. They'll rest up this week as they're on a bye. CU, on the other hand, will have to shift gears after that loss to USC last weekend to take on Arizona State, and if the Buffs have their game face on like they did in the second half against USC this past weekend, I expect more than a moral victory, which we all know isn't good enough for the Buffs and Coach Prime. That game will come at 4:30 on Saturday. The counterpart of the Rocky Mountain Showdown, the CSU Rams, will take on a conference opponent of their own in Utah as they travel to Logan for a matchup with Utah State. That one is slated for 6 p.m. on Saturday. Not much of a mix-up from last week's poll here in our AFCA coaches poll for Week 6. Colorado School of Mines is still sitting at that number 2 spot, and will face Mesa this weekend in Grand Junction. And moving up 2 spots from last week with a colossal win over Mesa is Western Colorado. They'll travel to Rapid City, South Dakota to take on School of Mines. Kickoffs for those games will both come Saturday, and Mines will take on Mesa at 1:05 p.m. in Grand Junction, while Western Colorado takes on South Dakota Mines at noon. Now, nothing has come easy for the Denver Broncos this year. There was a lot of hope surrounding the team entering a new season, but after they started off 3-0, that hope just quickly diminished and dissolved. But what would happen, say, if the 0-3 Broncos matched up with another 0-3 team in the league? Well, we found out Sunday when the Broncos traveled to Chicago to take on the Bears. Just a quick little recap here. Broncos score first on a touchdown catch from Jaleel McLaughlin, but the Bears from there would open up an offensive clinic in the second quarter as they put up 21 straight. Nevertheless, down 14 in the fourth quarter, the Broncos would find a way to come back and win as they put up 17 to seal the deal in Chicago. They improved to 1-3 on the season, giving Sean Payton his first win as head coach of the team. So it's been almost 4 months since the Denver Nuggets won their first NBA Finals championship as an organization. The win coming at Ball Arena in Denver had to make it all the more sweet, but now they turn their attention to a new season and what's to come in the future after a championship. Nuggets Vice President Josh Kroenke made it clear one championship isn't good enough at Nuggets Media Day on Monday.
To be sitting up here for the first time in our franchise's history as defending champions is a real honor. The cool part about our summer was, on the back of that accomplishment was sitting back down with Calvin, Coach Malone, and the rest of the group to try to plan out the next few years to try to figure out another way to win again, and win multiple. So that's a new challenge we're embracing. It was a fun summer, it was a fast summer, but to be sitting up here as defending champions for the first time is just a tremendous honor.
But what's a media day without your two-star players? Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray took the podium Monday, and they know what this season will be like before they take the court in their first game.
We got a target on our back. A lot of teams are going to do everything they can, grab everybody in the organization, everybody in the league on one team to try to beat us. So we just got to keep focused and stay the course.
The Nuggets season starts October 24th at home, where they'll take on the Los Angeles Lakers and have their banner ceremony from last year's accomplishments. Kind of funny, the Nuggets will be dropping their banner in front of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and the rest of the Los Angeles Lakers, who they swept in the Western Conference Finals this past season to cruise on into the championship. Maybe this will make LeBron and AD hungry, but we'll find out come the end of the month. Make sure to come back to us for all the latest sports coverage around the Valley and beyond. We'll see you next time.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva8.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tva8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. It's National Noodle Day, and noodles are pretty simple foods. All you really need is some water, some flour, and maybe some salt, maybe some egg. But we've got Covered Bridge and Foods of Vail joining us to show us how to really spice up a pasta salad. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone, welcome to Covered Bridge on TV8. My name is Kim Fuller, the editor-in-chief of Covered Bridge magazine.
And I'm Bobby LaRue, the other owner and director of partnerships at Covered Bridge magazine. We're here today with Tracy Von Curran of Foods of Vail.
Yeah.
Tracy, thank you so much for being here with us. It's pretty exciting. Tracy's been in the Valley for quite some time, and if you have not been to Foods of Vail, I recommend swinging by there. Tracy, how long has Foods of Vail been going on?
Almost 35 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So just new to the Valley then?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I moved here in 1979.
That's amazing.
I know.
So,
What's your background in culinary, Tracy?
Well, my background is in business. I went to business school, but then when I decided that I wanted to venture into the culinary realm in a business, I went to France. I went to cooking school.
It's the
And it
place
was
to
fabulous, just fabulous. And I did lots of little mini seminars and courses, primarily self-taught, but France was really a game changer. Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm open to learning all about this wonderful recipe. We're featuring the Asian pasta salad in the summer and fall issue of Covered Bridge. Beautiful photo to complement, and we get to see it made here live. So walk us through, Tracy. How do we begin this recipe?
I would begin by cooking your pasta. In the recipe, I wrote that to use spaghetti, but when I'm doing a smaller batch, I love angel hair. I just love the way it feels on your mouth, so yummy and slippery. And so I love this Italian angel hair because I feel like the semolina flour really makes the pasta more durable and will hold up to, the dressing and the vegetables. So I like to start with the dressing. So it's a mayo-based dressing, so we're going to just start with our mayo.
Perfect. And in the magazine, I believe it's a serving size about 6 to 8. And if that's what we're working with today, then we'll, guests will be able to know, guests. If you're having guests over, it's the perfect size for a picnic.
It might be a little bit more,
Okay.
I might serve a little bit more.
Okay, perfect.
But, okay, so start with your mayo. And then over here, I have all these fabulous ingredients. So they're not totally pre-measured, but you can get the recipe in the magazine. So I'm going to start with like a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. I'm going to do a little bit of this sambal olek. This is like an Indonesian chili paste, and it's very spicy. So I would start light, and then you can always add more later.
Depending on your spice level, yeah.
Exactly. Then I like to put just like a hint of sesame oil in there to give it that yummy umami undertone. This is tamari. I use tamari instead of soy sauce because it's gluten-free. And even though we are having it on pasta, but we only use tamari in our shop. And then a little squirt of sriracha, because we all love sriracha.
Yum.
Again, you can go a little heavier, if you like the spice to be a little bit elevated. And then the rice wine vinegar, this is like a toasted rice wine vinegar or a seasoned rice wine vinegar. Maybe about a quarter cup, because that's going to balance out the richness of the mayonnaise and those other spices. And kind of what you're looking for is like a little hot pink. Oh, I forgot my favorite.
Ooh.
The Thai chili sauce. We all love this. It's like the new ketchup. You can dip anything in it, and that's going to give it a little sweetness. It has a little heat to it, but it really mostly has a lot of sweetness. So now you have this really, really, really pretty base. Oh, I was going to let you taste it.
Yeah, and it took
Here
no
you
time
go.
at all.
Here you go. Here, what do you
I'll have to
think?
try this
Taste
out.
that.
How is it, Bobby?
That's
Spicy?
amazing.
Isn't that yummy?
And it took you like,
Yeah, like what, 3 minutes?
yeah, not even.
Yeah, so now I'm going to take my pasta and I'm going to put the sauce, the dressing in there. Can you hand me those tongs?
Of course.
Yeah, and so we'll give this, you know, a nice toss. And, you know, pasta always soaks up the dressing. So we're just going to start with that, and then we can toss it again a little bit later if we want. Okay, so then here, the vegetables that we put in there are sugar snap peas. You see those? And I've chopped those up. Yep. And then we've got some scallion, so green onion. Put those in there. Red bell pepper. You can do these either in chunks or in like little batons, if you will, like, you know, make them a little bit bigger. Sometimes I think a little bigger is better because then you can snag it with your fork.
Yeah, a little more crunch when you want it, right?
Yeah, and you know, sometimes when they're really small, you know, you just can't get them with your fork. So I like them just slightly bigger. So
I love
then-
this dish for the season because it can be a main course, you know, a great lunch item, or it can be a side at a picnic.
You know, I have put chicken on this. I have
I bet
put
that's delicious.
shrimp in there. Really good, because then it can be like a main course, you know, al fresco dinner.
Yeah, you could
And it's
package
a-
this up.
Yeah, it's a great picnic item.
Yeah.
Now, is
perfect
this
for
a salad
Bravo.
that you serve at Foods of Vail?
We do.
Okay.
We do.
That's awesome.
And then the last thing is we like to have a little cilantro. And nice, but you don't have to pick the cilantro off like you do parsley because the stems are okay. So I'm just kind of rolling it into a little bunch. And then I'm just going
A
to
rough
give
chop.
it a rough chop. Yeah.
Nice.
And it doesn't have to be real fine either. I like to really get that flavor. And see, I have gloves on, best tools in the world to just absolutely toss all this together.
Pretty bright looking salad. So like Kim said, it's also, you know, time of the year, right? I mean, it almost reminds you of spring and summer.
Yeah, I mean, I'd eat it all year long.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
I happen to just
absolutely.
love it. Do you want to bring that bowl a little closer?
Yeah.
That serving bowl?
I think we'll be bringing this to Bravo Vail
There
this
you
summer.
go,
It's
and
a
then
perfect
just kind of
picnic
put
item.
it all in there.
Wow.
There you go. And then
Beautiful.
let's
Gosh,
just
amazing.
grab a little bit of our black sesame seeds.
Uh-huh.
You know, just for a little
finishing touch.
Wow.
finishing touch. I think that makes that so beautiful. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's,
Yeah?
Wow, and looks
I hope you guys are ready for lunch.
delicious.
Yeah, I hope you're ready for lunch.
So Foods of Vail is in Avon.
We are.
Yeah, tell us how to find you, and also in terms of ordering things ahead of time, how big can you handle? How you know you can also walk in and get a soup if you're a
We
diner.
have a brick and mortar, so you can walk in, you can take a look at all of our beautiful salads, and you can just buy them by the pound. We have fresh salmon. We have always like a chicken piccata. You know, in the winter we might have more savory things like meatloafs and short ribs. Then we also have a whole freezer case full of lasagnas and chicken pot pies and King Ranch casseroles, and then soups galore. I mean, so you can come in and stock up your freezer. It's a great opportunity not to cook. And then we do have a full menu that you can order, all kinds of platters of food for parties, graduation parties, rehearsal dinners. We do a total off-premise catering component as well. So like this past Saturday, we did the prom.
Oh yeah,
We did food for the prom. We did. And then the night before that, we did a rehearsal dinner. So, you know, all kinds of events happening in this valley.
Yeah, and if you haven't had an opportunity, I know when I'm driving around delivering magazines or looking for the next ad sale, I'm hungry a lot of times. and there's not a lot of quick options that
Yeah.
are actually healthy options.
Mhm.
I've gone to Foods of Vail several times, get myself a nice piece of chicken parmesan and a little side
Yeah.
salad or just a soup to go, and I think, people should really
Yeah.
look at you as that too. It's like, yes, you do catering, but it's a great spot to just grab a bite to eat quickly as well.
Absolutely. We have a few seats inside, and then in the summer we can spill outside, so we do have some, outdoor options for dining. And you're right, it's fast. You're just hungry, you come in, people come in, say, just give me, 5 ounces of chicken salad, and they just grab it and go.
Wow. Well, Tracy
Yeah.
Van Kuren, thank you so much for
You are so
nourishing
welcome.
our valley and for sharing this beautiful recipe, Asian pasta salad, which you can also find in the summer and fall issue of Covered Bridge. Thank you all for watching Covered Bridge on TV8. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wild-crafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Julio had the opportunity to sit down with the Bright Future Foundation and find out what they've got going on this summer and this fall, and just hear about their organization in general. Let's take a look.
All right, I am joined here with a group of very special ladies joining me on the couch this morning from Bright Future Foundation, a nonprofit that focuses a lot of their work on assisting victims of domestic violence and sexual abuse, or really anyone who has been affected by domestic violence or sexual abuse. They're here to talk to us a little bit about everything that they offer, all of their programs, resources, and all the amazing work that these ladies do in the community. I was just mentioning to them that they do such incredible work, that they touch the lives of many people in our community. So I'm very grateful to be able to speak with Alma, Leslie, and Mariana today from Bright Future. How are you all doing?
Good.
Thank you so much.
So why don't we start off with each of you introducing yourselves. Tell me a little bit about what you all do and your role within Bright Future. So I'll start with you, Alma.
Yeah, so again, my name is Alma de Lara. I am the advocacy supervisor, and I really take the lead with Avon cases as of right now.
Okay.
I do also do bilingual advocacy, so I'm also have my own caseload, and additionally, I run the Rapid Rehousing Program, which is potential rental assistance for up to 2 years, and the whole time we are doing case management with at least monthly check-ins, if not more.
Okay, wow. Leslie, what about you?
My name is Leslie Cano. I am one of the bilingual advocates at Bright Future Foundation. I primarily work in the gypsum office with, a few days in Avon, possibly. I work with both English and Spanish, and I do case management, and I ensure that our clients are connected to resources that best fit their needs.
Perfect. And Mariana, you work with our youth, so tell me a little bit about your role.
So my name is Mariana Rojas. I work with youth primarily. I am the Violence Prevention Youth Advisor at Bright Future. And what we do is run the Buddy Mentors program, as well as do healthy relationship classes within our schools. And we use the curriculum from One Love.
Awesome. Now, we've kind of started touching a little bit about what you all do, but tell me a little bit more specifically, what's really the focus or the mission of Bright Future, maybe some of your programs that you all run, or services, resources, stuff like that.
Yeah, so Bright Future is a nonprofit that helps residents from .0 to Vail, so only in our county. It's a nonprofit that helps domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, and stalking, and what else?
Some of the programs, resources. So I know you mentioned Rapid Rehousing is one of them.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that. But also, you all offer maybe legal support, economic support, even mental health a little bit. So what are some of those other programs?
Yes, definitely. So it's broken down in 3 sections. So we have prevention, which is Mariana and Joe. We have crisis intervention, which is the advocates. But then we also have long-term healing, which can include housing and our therapeutic services.
Awesome.
We do have limited legal advocacy. Christy, our on-staff attorney, can help with divorces, child custodies, and things like that. But more importantly, also protection orders and ensure the safety of everyone in the home. She does some representation, but always is able to answer questions, advise, help fill out forms, and just overall guidance. We do also have the SANE and F&E program, which stands for Sexual Assault Nurse Exam and Forensic Nurse Exam. And what Bright Future does is we partner with the nurses that specialize in that in order to get clients who have gone through any strangulation, any physical abuse, the medical and the emotional support. And along with that, they can also decide at that point if they want to do a report with law enforcement, if they want to do a report anonymously and not give out their identity or just hold it, or they can do a medical report, which they add an identifier to the evidence collected at one of the exams, but don't give out their full identity.
Okay. Wow, that's super important, and I think a very crucial step, in all of this process. Now, I know you also have the Bright House in Gypsum. We were talking a little bit about that before, so tell me a little bit about this, because I know it's also such an important resource for people in maybe in need of temporary housing.
Yes, our Bright House shelter is located in Gypsum. Our shelter stay is temporary, but during your stay at Bright House, you will meet with your advocate pretty frequently in order for us to help you get into some stabilized housing. We do accept families, individuals, in all genders and races, so we're not limited to anyone individually, but everyone is welcome. Something else I wanted to bring up is we do have 3 different rental assistance programs available at Bright Future Foundation. One of them, Alma mentioned, Rapid Rehousing. We have our Ensuring Freedom that is run by Patty primarily, and I do help out occasionally with our Spanish. And we also have really important financial coaching and financial empowerment. This is where you get to meet with Patty, your financial coach, and you guys meet to come up with a plan, for example, like learning how to open a savings account, or coming up with a plan on how you can grow your savings account. So you guys work together in order to pass those barriers that may have come up during the relationship or some time in life.
Absolutely. Now, Mariana, we mentioned at the beginning you work with our youth and specifically the Buddy Mentors program, right? So tell us a little bit about what that looks like.
Yeah, so it was actually established in 1983, so it's been around for a while. It's based on the model from Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's a national program, and it's exclusively for Eagle County youth.
Okay.
So what we do is pair them with a trusted adult that we have vetted through our background check process, and youth are usually referred to by like counselors or anyone in the community can refer them. The only requirement for youth is that they are 6 to 17 years old and that they want to be in the program. And for senior buddies, we do ask that they are 21 years old, that they have an interview with us, that they complete the background check, as I mentioned, and they also have to commit to meet with their junior buddy for at least a year, and also just go to the trainings that we offer to them. And then after they've been matched, we just like to support that match and do whatever we can to make them feel welcome there.
Now, what are maybe some of the activities that that a senior and a junior buddy might partake in, or where do they usually meet, or kind of what does that kind of meeting time look like?
Yeah, so it's actually up to them whatever that time looks like. After we match them, they can like choose whatever they want to do.
Okay.
We try to match them based on maybe personality similarities or interest similarities. So usually they just pick something they want to do, and we're just there to support. We offer at least 1 or 2 free events a month, or just low cost.
Perfect. Well, that is a lot of work that you all do, and a lot of programs and resources and support that you all offer to survivors. I want to speak about the crisis hotline that you all have as well, because that is another super important part of the work that you do. Tell me a little bit about it. Is it locally managed? Because sometimes I know there might be national hotlines or state hotlines. And how can folks maybe take that first step in making that phone call? And also, when is it maybe better to dial 911?
So our crisis hotline number is available. It's a line that's available 24/7, and it is locally run by our staff. So really what the process looks like is the client will call our crisis hotline number, and then they will be connected to an operator, and they just say, you need to speak to someone in English or Spanish, and then they will connect you to the appropriate person to talk to. Our hotline is really if you need to talk to someone, if you want to process, and you don't know if the relationship you're in is healthy. And so the best time to call 911 would be if there is any active danger, or if there's any violence towards any minor in the household. So that's really your crisis.
Yeah. No, that's super, super helpful and useful to know. What if somebody is not in a situation of crisis or in need of immediate help, but still wants to contact you ladies, or maybe learn a little bit more about some of those programs or resources that you all offer? What would be the best way to go about contacting you all?
The crisis line continues to be the best form of contact, just because, like Leslie said, it is 24/7, holidays included, and people are always ready to respond, even if it's just inquiring about our services or learning more about how to go into the Buddy Mentors program or who qualifies for the shelter. We do have a website, mybrightfuture.org, if they just want to learn and are not ready to take a step or are thinking of referring someone. There is a Facebook page called Bright Future for Eagle County, Bright Future Foundation for Eagle County, and then an Instagram page called Bright Future EC. But all of them are great resources if you want to follow our pages, but always, always, always contact our hotline to get a live person and get immediate attention.
Now, I did mean to ask this earlier, but a lot of these programs and resources that we talked about, is there any cost associated with them, or kind of what does that financial part look like?
Most of our services are free and voluntary, such as our therapeutic clinical services. Those are free. Same with legal, same with housing and shelter. All of those are free. For our survivors, what we do charge for is our court-mandated parenting class, and that one's open to the public, which is why we charge for that. But otherwise, most of our service for survivors should be free.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining us today. I appreciate you coming and sharing a little bit more about what you all do, because I know it's a lot. But just, having a little snapshot into your world and into all the amazing work that you do, I can't emphasize this enough. I think, you are touching the lives of many people who may not be in the best circumstances, but that I know that through your work and through all of your dedication, you are helping improve their lives. So Thank you, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Of course. We are going to take a short break, but we'll be right back with more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to the second hour of Good Morning Vail here on Friday, October 6th. I'm your host, Ben Roof. We've got a great second hour in store for you. We've got a delicious meal on a budget that we're going to show you how to make. And then we've also got a couple of guests stopping by, including the Eagle Valley Library District. Your second hour of Good Morning Vail starts now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Let's take a quick stop here at the TV8 Weather Center before we get on with the rest of the show. This morning, around 8 a.m., we're looking at about 37 degrees, moving on towards a high of about 66 towards the afternoon there. Sunny and no clouds in the sky all day with some 5 to 10 mile an hour winds coming from the west. Taking a look at that hourly forecast there, about 37 degrees in the morning, around 8 a.m., moving on about 56 towards noon, with that 62 degree high a little bit before 4 p.m. today, then cooling off in the afternoon there towards the evening, around 52 at 8 p.m. As we take a look at the I-70 corridor, we've got a high of 58 degrees down in the Front Range, mostly sunny with a little bit of clouds in the sky down there. As we get up in the valley, we've got 66 in Vail, 67 in Avon, and 70 in Eagle. Nice and sunny up here in the Vail Valley. As we take a look at overnight, we've got a low of 34 degrees, clear skies with that sunset around 6:42 p.m. with light variable winds overnight. As we take a look at the rest of the week here, Saturday 69 degrees, Sunday 68 degrees, sunny all weekend long. Then as we move into the week, Monday we're looking at 67 and sunny, 66 and mostly sunny on Tuesday with a 60% chance of rain showers and a high of 52 there on Wednesday. Now, we've got to take a quick break, but when we come back, we've got Mountain Pride stopping by on the couch.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Hi there, I'm Cece with Good Day Vail, and you ever thought about how people learn to ski? Well, please join me on an episode of Good Day Vail where I recently interviewed Stacy Garish and Dan Humiston, who will tell us all about how you can get involved and share your special sport with those that you love. Join us.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. A little bit earlier this week, Liz had the opportunity to sit down on the couch and talk to Mountain Pride about an upcoming event of theirs, so let's take a look.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm your host, Liz, and I have one of my favorite people in the Valley sitting with me right now. It's Orlando Ortiz from Mountain Pride. Hi, honey.
Hi, thank you so much for having
me.
me.
Are you kidding me?
Great to see you.
I love having you here. Your hands are cold.
I know, it's cold outside.
Yeah, it is. This is so exciting what's going on because it could be a little bit colder when this comes around. This is another mark your calendar event, everybody. Get a pen out because Sunday, October 15th is a huge, exciting thing. It's the Halloween drag brunch. You've got to tell me what this is going to be like. I love the drag brunches that you guys throw down. But for Halloween, I mean, we're talking major dress up, right?
Yes.
So
It's
what's gonna
another
happen?
level. It's a theme event. But first, my name is Orlando. I'm the Community Engagement Manager of Mountain Pride. And I'm here to invite you to our second annual Halloween Drag Brunch. Last year was so much fun. We just had to do it again. It's happening on Sunday, October 15th at Vintage in Vail.
I love that place.
Yeah. Amazing food and cocktails if you haven't been there. This is actually one of Mountain Pride's most important fundraising events.
Oh, okay.
So please come out and support Mountain Pride so we can continue our programming here in the county and beyond. We're gonna have 3 shows that day. Normally we have 2, but it gets filled up so quickly that we decided to add a 3rd show. They will be at 10 a.m.,
right,
at noon, and at 2 p.m. So reservations are from 9 to 9:30 for the 10 a.m. show, 11 to 11:30 for the 12, and then 1 to 1:30 for the 2 o'clock show. We are bringing 4 performers from Denver.
Can't wait.
Fabulous drag queens. They are Camila, Zacharina, Lexi, and Arachnophobia.
I know Lexi.
You remember?
Yes, Lexi's amazing. Arachnophobia, isn't that a fear of spiders?
Exactly. She's gonna do an amazing blood outfit. You'll have to see it.
I can't wait. This is gonna be so cool.
Yeah, and obviously it's Halloween themed, so our attendees are encouraged to dress up. Last year, mostly everyone dressed up.
Nice.
Even the servers at Vintage, they all got into it, so that was a lot of fun. The performers will also be Halloween themed, so there's still time for you to order your Halloween costumes if you haven't done so.
Yeah.
Mine is in the mail. You'll have to come and check it out to see what it is.
So you're not going to say what you're going to dress as?
No.
Okay. I'll wait. Now let me ask you a question before you get into more specifics.
Yes.
What exactly, let's say nobody who's watching has been to a drag brunch. How do they walk in and what do they expect? Because I've been to them and they are a blast.
They are. You know, drag performers is a type of art.
Yes.
Individuals dress up, make up, costumes. They perform, they lip sync to music, which is going to be Halloween theme for this occasion. And they put on a show for everyone there. Each person's going to be doing 2 tracks. So we'll do 2 rounds for each performer.
Okay.
They'll do 2 costumes, 2 different songs, and they go around the restaurant and perform. You're able to dance with them if you want, or get up and just dance, next to your table as well. Basically, we turn vintage into a club.
Nice.
So it is for mature audiences. This show is for mature audiences.
Well, that counts me out.
Compared to the shows that we do for Pride in the Park, which are family oriented.
We're talking age, not brain level.
Exactly. So that's basically what it entails. You'll have an opportunity to take pictures with them. People love to take pictures with them as well. But it's really an amazing work of art, what they do. I admire what they do. Hopefully one day I'll be able to try it out. We'll see.
Why not? I mean, I've loved drag shows for as long as I can remember. They're just filled with light and love and heart and just color and happiness, and I love it, and I like the feeling of everything. It's just a great vibe. And so what's for food? What are we gonna have?
Yes, so it's Vintage's brunch menu, which is the best in town and probably one of the best in the state.
Yeah, there's crab cake breakfasts, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Crab egg Benedict is amazing. Vintage is gay-owned, gay-managed, and gay-operated as well.
See, I did not know that.
I worked there for 3 years, and it's an amazing place to work there, besides their amazing food and cocktails.
Yeah, and the location is perfect.
Yes, and it's a pretty cool restaurant with the original art that they have there as well. But basically, and I want to give a shout out to Brody, the owner, and the best of the Vintage team who really just helps us put this event.
I think it's wonderful.
Otherwise, we couldn't do it without them. They basically let us have the restaurant and do whatever we want.
Wow.
We put on this show, and we do charge a $25 donation cover at the end of your bill.
That's
You'll receive
nothing.
it, right? And he also is covering some of the cost as well, so that we can be more profitable for this fundraising event. So really thank you, Brody, for doing this. We usually have our drag brunches there as well after Pride in the Park.
Nice.
And they're 2 days before they close for the off season as well. So this will be their closing day, their closing shift. So we might be able to stay a little bit longer and have some extra cocktails. So thank you, Brody and Vintage, for really allowing us to do this.
No, really, thank you guys, because I know you're an exclusive, beautiful place, and the cost is only $25 at the end. I mean, sometimes you can't even walk out of there for a nice brunch for one for that. So I'm telling you, what you get for that amount of money is incredible.
Right, and I do want to clear up that this is on top of your bill.
Yeah.
This is a $25 donation
But
per
it's worth
person
it.
on top of it, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's nothing. It's like a small plate or whatever. It's so worth it, because tell us where all the money for the fundraiser goes.
Yes, this allows us to keep our programming going for Eagle County and beyond. So that could be for educational events that we put on for the community, as well as social events, just to bring our community members together and create visibility for our community. So yes, come out and support Mountain Pride, your local nonprofit for LGBTQ community. To make reservations, you can go to Vintage's website, which is vintage-vail.com.
Okay.
Once you go online, select the time slot that has the word experiences under the time slot. So you are seated indoors where the drag brunch is, because they still have brunch going on outside. Yes, correct.
I can imagine all those people going, what's going on in there? As they watch everybody going in and out of the room.
You can't miss it. Or you can also call them at 970-479-0175. If they don't pick up, leave a message. They're really good about calling back as well.
Okay, great. And I want to mention one thing about parking over there. People think there's no parking. You can literally, if you pull into that little alleyway, there's parking right there, underground parking for the area for while you're eating. So it's not crazy parking when you think about it. Just nobody knows about that little. If you pull right in that alley, to the left is underground parking.
It is. It is limited, but
at
not a lot of
least
people
it's
know
there.
about it, so if,
Yeah.
you can usually find
That'll
a spot
help you
there.
guys a little bit.
Yeah. They're going to be having some spooky drink specials as well, as they always do.
Bloody Mary.
Yeah, no, they do a really good job with the names.
Yeah.
And some of the garnishes as
I
well.
love that.
Don't forget to bring your cash to tip your drag performers as well.
Please.
We will have tip runners to make change as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a lot for a little bit, I have to say. This is going to be so much fun, you guys, all taking place on the 15th of October. So get yourselves together, find out a really cool outfit that you'd like to put on and just be part of the entire exciting experience. A drag brunch is like opening your mind to so much because you really just get to sit with happiness and joy and open minds and open hearts, and there is nothing more exciting than going to one of these. And I've been to one and I'm going to more, and I will definitely be there
Please
for
do.
the 15th. This is Orlando, everybody. Orlando Ortiz, who is with Mountain Pride, a very, very special non-for-profit organization here in the Valley. All the proceeds go to all of the wonderful events that they bring to us, and we really, really are a big community of this, and we like to welcome everybody who's involved and just take care of everybody here. So here at TV8, we are just big supporters of Mountain Pride. We love you guys so
Thank
much,
you,
and we're really excited about the drag brunch coming up. On the 15th, everybody, make sure you get yourselves ready, get a big costume, and you're gonna wonder what Orlando's gonna be like. You'll find out that day. It's going to be so much fun, everybody. Go to mountainpride.org
Correct.
to find out all the information about all our events that are coming up and the wonderful things that they do for our community. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Liz.
My favorite dude right here. Orlando Ortiz, everybody, right here on Good Morning Vail. It's TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva8.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now. Check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Suki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
Hi, Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. As we all know, life can get a little bit expensive here in the Vail Valley, and a great way to save some money is make dinner at home. And our fearless leader, Steve, has got a great package for us up next, where he's going to show us how to make dinner on a budget.
Today, we're cooking on the theme of how to cook without really cooking.
That's my favorite kind of cooking.
Yes.
I'll admit. Yes.
Because as Steve would understand, or many people that have houses here in the Park City area, and their college kids come home, they show up with friends. And what do you do with them? They bring the refreshments, but they still want to be fed. So this episode is about how to feed people 10 or more for under $30 and make sure that they're satisfied.
I love it.
Steve, everyone always knows, what do you have to do?
You got to have the 5 Ps.
The 5 Ps. So we're making our spaghetti, not from scratch, because I've had friends send me 3 pages of how to make spaghetti sauce. Wonderful, but this is not what we're going to do.
We're not. We're scratching that. That's
We
out the
are
window.
going with the 5 Ps.
5 Ps. Okay. I'm
Prego.
Prego.
Puree.
Puree.
Paste.
Paste. That's 3. 2 more. We're in
Parmesan.
suspense. Parmesan.
And last but not least, pasta.
I love it. The 5 Ps. All right.
So Steve's new at cooking. So
Are
I
you?
have taken it upon myself to run the can opener, and he will be doing the actual blending. Now, what's great about this, when you first show up in Park City and you haven't been here quite a month, you probably only have 2 pots and 1 pan. So we have to do everything with 2 pots and 1 pan. So you want to get going, Steve?
You ready? Okay,
We're
I'm
off
going to
to
move
the
out of your way.
races.
You
So
scoot
the
in
first
there.
ingredient in our spaghetti sauce is Prego. There you go, Master Chef.
So is it Prego because it's a pea, or do you have an affinity and natural liking to Prego?
You could use anything that's out there, and it's pretty cool. There's our first pea.
Perfect.
Now, I'm going to shake it up here a little bit, because instead of puree, I'd rather have crushed tomatoes in basil. This is a lot better than puree. So I'm going to open this can up here.
We are back in the kitchen cooking spaghetti with Steve. And who would have thought all those years ago when you met Steve's dad that one day you'd be cooking with his son in Park City, Utah on TV?
That's right, and having can opener stress.
Yes. All right, it worked out, but maybe always make sure you have 2 can openers.
Exactly. So we started off on our 5 Ps by putting in a jar of Prego. Now we're going to the second P, which would have been puree, but we're going to use crushed tomatoes. And Steve, have at it.
Second P.
So those crushed tomatoes add that texture, kind of those spices,
Yeah.
make it a little chunkier.
And now we're going to put the paste in.
For our third P is the paste.
All right. See, Steve, I think you're going to become a chef. No more.
You got to
PB
start
today.
somewhere, right?
You do.
Now the paste is great because it will thicken up your sauce, and it allows you to do a variety of other things, like what you add to your sauce, be it vegetables or meat or even a little bit of red wine later on. So we've got the base of our sauce done. Now we're going to go to adding to it to make it a little oomph to get it going. So we've chopped some onions, and Steve, you're going to throw the onions into the pan. Let them start to dump the whole thing in there.
Just don't be shy.
Yeah. Let them start sauteing. And you start off with your onions because they require the most cooking. And we'll let them cook here, and they're starting off. To this mixture, we're going to be adding mushrooms, which gives it a nice earthy flavor. And folks seem to always like that. And then, after we get our onions sauteed up, which we already have some example here, so we'll just put them into the sauce.
The magic of TV. We have some pre-sauteed onions going in right now. Smells delicious. It's looking
does smell
good.
Now with your onions cooking there, we only have 1 pan. we want to saute the onions there, and then we have our chopped mushrooms. And the mushrooms can go in once the onions are like a golden brown, and they're starting to sizzle now.
Oh yeah.
When they're golden brown, mushrooms have a lot of water in them. So when you add them in there for the flavor, leave them uncovered so that the moisture in the mushrooms can evaporate, just leaving the flavor behind. So Steve, why don't you do that now?
Mixing together quite nicely.
Yeah, it's smelling real good in here.
What was the last meal you had, Steve? What did you have last night for dinner?
I had some ribs last night.
I thought you only made PB&J. Come on, you're holding out on us.
I didn't cook them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
They were good though.
So that's our turn away. And we already have some pre-cooked mushrooms here. You'll add those into the sauce there, Steve.
Here we go.
I think we need a visual of this sauce. Let's maybe tip it up and see how good that looks. All those different textures and flavors. Will be delicious spaghetti. A little bit of oomph. All right, you want to keep mixing that?
Let's do it.
Now, for informational purposes, all the steps that we have taken so far, including the Parmesan cheese, cost $17.86.
That's a deal.
It's
And
a
you
real
said
good
10
deal.
People. This is
You can feed 10 people with this, yes.
This is great when my son brings all his teenage friends over. I know what I'm making next time.
Yeah. And so the onions are getting a little more cooked here, and I like a lot more vegetables in my sauce. And so they're getting almost done. And Steve, you can put those in there too.
All right.
Just add it all in there.
Yeah.
So do you cook a lot, Steve, when you're at home?
Not really, because
Not
it's just
really.
Patty and myself.
Okay.
And cooking for 2 people is difficult because you get a lot of waste.
That's true.
A lot of
That's
leftovers.
true.
A lot of leftovers. So if you stir that up, Steve, now we're to the part where what kind of meat products do you want in? You could put in sausage, or we can put in hamburger.
All right.
And that's what we're going to do right now, is put in our hamburger using the same pan that we did before. It's nice and hot. And Steve, why don't you open that and throw that in? And
while-
start sizzling that way, and we'll start to get the water boiling here
And while that
for the
all
pasta.
happens
I'll
and
turn
cooks,
that on.
Looks good. We are
Yeah.
going to head to break while we cook this hamburger and boil this water, but you don't want to miss the final product. It's going to be really, really good. So spaghetti with Steve and
Throw it
Steve.
in.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wild-crafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Let's take another quick look at the weather today before we take another look at that pasta dish. Starting out this morning around 8 a.m., it's about 37 degrees with a high of 66 towards the afternoon there, with winds coming from the west from 5 to 10 miles an hour and nice and sunny throughout the day there. As we take a look at that hourly forecast, 8 a.m., 37 degrees, about 56 around noon, and then 62 around 4 p.m., starting to cool off there towards the evening, about 52 degrees at 8 p.m. As we take a look at the I-70 corridor there, down in Denver, 58 degrees, partly cloudy. Up in Vail, though, we've got 66, 67 in Avon, and then 70 in Eagle. Nice and sunny throughout the Vail Valley today. Taking a look at that overnight forecast, a low of 34 degrees with sunset coming in at around 6:42 p.m. with the winds all night, a little bit variable and light. Then as we look at the rest of the week there into the weekend, nice and sunny with a high of 69 on Saturday, 68 on Sunday. And then as we move into the week there, sunny and 67 on Monday, mostly sunny and 66 on Tuesday with a 60% chance of rain and a high of 52 there on Wednesday. Now let's take a look back at Steve and see how that pasta dish is coming along.
We are back in the kitchen where President of Deerfield Media, Steve Mumblo, is teaching intern Steve how to make spaghetti for a crowd on a budget.
Yeah.
And through the magic or miracle of a commercial break, we have cooked ground beef and much more. What's next?
Well, we made our spaghetti sauce, and we put in a store-bought spaghetti sauce, Prego in this instance. You can use whatever you like. Then you put in a can of puree and a can of paste, which is what we've done. You add a little chopped onions and some mushrooms to give it a good hearty flavor. Why do you start with the store-bought spaghetti sauce? It has all the spices in it. You don't have to buy spices. It's got the oregano, the basil, and everything else. And that is your most expensive items to buy, is spices.
Yeah.
Although we do have a little Italian spice, which Steve will use at the end and flavor to his liking. All right. So we've made our base spaghetti sauce, and as you see, it takes 10 minutes. Now we've browned our ground beef using the same pan that we cooked our onions and mushrooms in. So we're cutting down on what we have to wash. And so Steve, dump it in there now.
All right.
And what we have in our kitchen. Do you have any of these pots, pans in your kitchen right now, Steve, here in Park City?
I do.
You do?
Well,
Okay, good.
whether I will use them is a whole nother question.
Well, you will now. Now that you know how to make spaghetti, especially Steve's version, I think you'll be inspired, right?
Of course. It smells real good.
Yeah.
It does smell good.
So our spaghetti sauce is done. And a good thing with the sauce, you can make this in the morning. And you can go out skiing. And when you come back skiing, in addition to having your friends drop by, but if you're just here on vacation, after skiing, you go to the hot tub and you enjoy the down day. Who wants to cook?
No one.
It's already done.
It's done.
All you really have to cook is your pasta. And have al dente pasta. It takes 7 minutes. And so our water's beginning to boil here. And I'm going to throw in some of our pasta. We're just going to crack it in half here so that it all fits. And your meal is done in 7 minutes.
Done and done.
And you can feed people. Now, if some people say, well, we need a salad for this, you know, especially the younger folks may not want the salad. But there's always leftover mushrooms.
There you go.
And we always save a pepper for them.
So they can have a pepper mushroom salad.
That's right.
And throw in an onion.
The leftover. And we got a leftover onion. So it's completely done, the meal, and it's a great and easy way. Now, when we traditionally make this, we also make meatballs, but we're not doing that today.
That's, we're going to start simple.
That's a whole nother segment.
But meatballs are very
Next time.
easy. The secret is using a rye bread with caraway seeds in it.
Okay.
Just take it, cut the crust off, mix the ground beef with some of your onions and mushrooms and 1 or 2 eggs, and just make the meatballs, put them in the oven for 45 minutes, and they're done. But you really don't need that because there's so much meat product in the spaghetti sauce already. So now 10 minutes, add another 10, 20 minutes, it's done.
Done.
Ready to go to the table.
And we're excited to try it.
We are.
And this guy likes it.
Well, good,
I'm a
good.
big
You like
fan.
spaghetti. All right, are we going to try it now? What do you think? What's the next step?
The next step is got to wait for our pasta to cook.
Okay, so while that cooks, we'll go to a quick break.
Okay.
And you'll want to come back to see the finished product and maybe enjoy some bread as well. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Spaghetti Show. We are here making spaghetti with Steve. And Steve, it's done.
It's done.
It looks beautiful and delicious.
Yeah. So this is what the master chef here has concocted in 20 minutes of time.
We just need to add one more P, the final P, Parmesan. And throw a little on top for the flavor.
Looks good.
Awesome.
And that's just for you, right? No
yeah.
one else. Now, if you want to add a little extra to your spaghetti meal, another inexpensive way of doing it is just go to the baker and get yourself a loaf of bread. And I'm going to move this pot out of the way here.
Any kind of bread, or do you recommend
Well,
a
you want
certain kind?
Italian bread.
Italian bread.
It's not so easy to find Italian bread in Park City. Most of it is sourdough bread or baguettes. This is a baguette. I'd rather have an Italian bread.
Okay.
But you take it and you just slice it diagonally without going through the bottom of the crust. And just slice it through this as such. Now, what you've done is just take a stick of butter, a quarter pound of butter, and then you take some blue cheese.
Ooh, blue cheese.
Just a container of blue cheese, and real easy chopped garlic. It's already chopped. You take it out of the tube, and you just squeeze it in. You could do this in the morning. It takes 3 minutes to do it. And what you're going to end up with is a little bit of batter. It's nothing more than butter, garlic, and blue cheese.
I wouldn't have thought to add blue cheese. I really like that.
Oh, the blue cheese is wonderful on it.
Yeah.
And now that you've cut your bread, as a way of an example here, you've got all these spaces in it. You fan it out. You just take your spoon and fill each of the sections with a little bit of the butter cheese. And you go all the way through.
My mouth
And
is
when
watering.
it's done,
It looks delicious.
you
doesn't
throw it into a
Yes.
toaster oven or an oven that you have at 275 degrees, and you have a wonderful piece of blue cheese garlic bread to go with your spaghetti. Now, after eating that meal, you want to go back to the slopes and do a couple of night runs.
Or just chill in the hot tub. And
It
just,
is.
You know.
But it's a quick, simple, easy meal. Add a salad if you want, and you've taken care of your guests.
Good morning, Vail.
Suki and Scott Show, we are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on TV8Vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Lion's Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lion's Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me. Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Hi, I'm Carrie Thorne, and I'm one of the children's librarians at the Eagle Valley Library District. School is out for the summer, but it's still important to keep our children reading, and that means finding books at the right reading level. For many caregivers, finding books for an emerging reader who's making the leap from beginning reader to early chapter book is the hardest. For these readers, look for books with short chapters, engaging artwork, lively characters, lots of white space, and a large font. All are elements in helping newly independent readers gain confidence. Here on display are some of my favorite early chapter books, like these 2 new series about friendship, Cornbread and Poppy by Matthew Cordell and Sydney and Taylor by Jacqueline Davies. So stop by one of your local public libraries this summer and we'll help you find the just right book at the just right reading level for your child.
Suki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. And welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Good morning, Vail.
If you like to read and you like to read those quick, fast-paced books, well, the young adult series of books is always one that I feel like people overlook. And I'm standing here with one of the book experts here at the Eagle Valley Library District, Carrie Maywak. Good morning, Carrie.
Hello, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for joining me in our YA section.
I love this section. As we were talking off camera, one of my most favorite books that I've ever read comes from this section, Girl in Pieces. It's incredible, and you guys have such an extensive collection to make sure that all of the teens can read the best books.
Yes, it really is. It's a great collection. Something that's kind of unique about this collection is the turnover in it. Like, we're constantly getting new stuff for all of our collections, but that's especially true for teens. Like, our young adult readers want the newest, hottest thing, so we always have the newest, hottest thing in our teen collection. Like, it's super fun to just see how many new books, so also new books by favorite authors, right? Like, I was just super stoked because I saw a new James Dashner come out, and I was like, I didn't know he was still writing. So it's a really fun collection to kind of keep tabs on.
I mean, I love these series books. We were also talking, they read so quickly and they're so well written that you feel like you get through the story, but you stay so hooked in the story. For the duration of the book, you never have one of those periods where you're like, I'm struggling to turn these pages right now. And sometimes that happens. And when that does happen, I learned it's okay to put your book down. Thanks
absolutely.
to Tegan. She was like, Maddie, don't keep reading it if you don't like it. But all of these books are so well done, and it really does force you to just turn the pages.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things when I'm kind of in a book rut, if you will. I come to YA because typically they just read a little faster, right? That they're action-packed, fast-paced, always a little bit of drama and angst, which everyone loves. So they're just great books to get back into reading, if you will.
Right, and then you guys have some great collections that you've built off of so much that you're like running out of shelf space for them.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we have a fantastic graphic novel collection. So if you're not familiar with graphic novels, think of comic strips, but a whole novel told in comic strip format. So we have, I know a lot of people are familiar with Marvel. So the whole Marvel universe, we have those graphic novels. We also have the DC universe, so that's like your Batman, your Wonder Womans. And we also have manga, which is, it's really interesting. Manga goes through ups and downs. Ever since I was a teenager, it's kind of done that. And we are currently in a manga up. Like, it's very hot right now. So we have a great manga collection, and we're even starting to increase our anime movie collection because, again, that's kind of a hot area at the moment.
It definitely is. It's one of those things that if you look on social media, it is exploding, like you said. And so it's really cool that we have all of these great resources right here in our public libraries, and you guys do such a good job of bringing everything in to really make sure that everyone is appeased when they get to come in here, which makes it so convenient, and you've got multiple convenient locations for people to go explore.
Yes, absolutely. We have our Avon, Eagle, and Gypsum branch, and on top of YA collections, we also do teen programming in all of those branches. So we have programs specifically geared towards teens. Every week is a different theme. We repeat favorite themes. Monday nights is in Gypsum, Wednesday nights here in Avon, and Thursday nights are in Eagle. So if you're looking for your teen to get out of the house for a little bit in a safe environment, bring them to the library.
Which I think is such a cool way also for teens to get to meet other teens that like to read the same things they do. I remember as a teenager that was something I always really struggled with, is because I would be reading the books that my mom and my older sister were reading in our little book club, and none of my friends would be reading any of the books, and I'd be like, I have no one my age to talk to.
Books with, right? Yes,
and so this is a really cool way for the teens to get out there and experience that with one another, because if you like to read and you're coming to spend your time at the library, well then it's really fun to meet people that read those same genres.
Absolutely, and it's reading, we're doing art classes, we're doing cooking classes, so there's like so many cool things. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to join in the teen program. It's really fun, and it's a great way for teens to socialize and meet teens from other. We have so many schools in Eagle County. It's a great way for teens to meet other teens that might not be in their school.
Which is also one of the many great opportunities that you guys offer here. And so when people think libraries, they think the story time for the littles, which that early childhood development is so important, and it's so important that you get your kids to those story times. But it's also so important for that socialization, especially after we just came off of COVID.
Absolutely, absolutely. The socialization piece, the building community, building friend groups, that's extremely important, and we really try to focus on that for all age groups. Early literacy is obviously a huge part of what we do, but we really focus on lifelong learning, cradle to grave.
Which I love. And as we were talking off camera and kind of nerding out about some of the great books that we've just recently read, we just found that we've read so many of the same psychological thriller books, and then we've been giving each other recommendations. And so I feel like the literacy community is just such a unique place to make connections with people.
Yes, absolutely. And even if you're not a book reader, come in and chat with us. Like we have a great DVD collection, we have a great magazine collection, and all of our staff are into multiple mediums. So it's not, we are all about books, but we are about books and more.
And more. Let's talk really briefly about the quick library of things that you have to really expand people's horizons on what you guys do here and how entertaining you make it for everyone.
Yeah, so we have, it's one of my favorite collections. It's called Library of Things, and it literally is just things. It ranges from camping equipment, outdoor recreation equipment. We have lots of games. I just added a whole bunch of new games. So if you have family in town for the holidays and you want to try a new game, come to your local library branch. We have games. We also have photography equipment. We have camera equipment. Just really great things. One of the things that we just recently purchased that I kind of feel like is just what the Library of Things is all about is a bear canister. So anyone who's ever gone backpacking knows a bear canister is slightly an investment. And if you're only going backpacking about once a summer, you don't have to buy it. You can come to the library and borrow it for free with your library card.
Which is so amazing. Now let's talk about how easy it is for people to get their hands on a library card.
Yes, so we try to make it as easy as possible. Library cards are for guests as well as residents. All you need is a photo ID. So any photo ID, bus pass, rec pass, ski pass, bring it into our library and we will get you a library card and we will find you something.
Which I absolutely love. Carrie Mary, thank you so much for all this great information, spending some time with me and nerding out with me about books.
I know, right? Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for nerding out with me.
Make sure that you check out the Eagle Valley Library District, whether you want to do Gypsum Eagle or the Avon Public Library. There are so many great resources, and it's just a ton of fun to be involved in this little part of our community. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
I'm Raisa Pascal. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back. Let's take one last look at the weather before we get on with our days here. Starting off this morning at around 8 o'clock this morning. We've got 37 degrees with a high of 66 moving towards the afternoon. Winds from the west 5 to 10 miles an hour and sunny throughout the day. As we take a look at the hourly forecast there, again around 37 degrees at 8 a.m., moving towards about 56 around noon, 62 around 4 p.m., and then starting to cool off there in the evening, expecting about 52 degrees at 8. As we take a look there at the I-70 corridor, we've got 58 in Denver, 66 in Vail, 67 in Avon, and 70 in Eagle. Sunny in the Vail Valley with a little bit of clouds down there in the Front Range. Taking a look there overnight, we've got a low of 34 degrees. You guys get out there, have a great day, and enjoy the wonderful weekend. Until then, I will see you later. This is Good Morning Vail, and I am Ben Roof.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook